Hey guys, how's it going? Joe Sway back again with another video on Hear Me Raw, and today I want to talk about self-worth. Many of us nowadays, we are having trouble with our self-worth. We don't really value ourselves as much, and then some things can happen in our lives and that can really get us down and make that even worse. For instance, maybe we've been working somewhere for a long time and we just got laid off, or we've been in a relationship for a long time and that just ended. Whatever it may be, maybe your friendship or something, maybe you got cheated on, something like that. An event happened and it's causing you to question how much you're worth. It's causing you to ask yourself, maybe there's something wrong with me, maybe I'm not good enough. And these are things that we all struggle with, and even once you conquer those things, it might happen again, because life tends to, bring you challenges. Challenging things are going to happen in your life to really see who you are. These things are going to happen to you to really see how strong you are, to see how much you know yourself. And self-worth is important. Like we need to know how much we are worth in order to get to the next level, because everything that happens to us in life it's happening so that way we can move forward, so that way we can grow, so that way we can level up. So if you're down right now about the loss of a job, the loss of a romantic partner, a friendship, whatever it may be, just know that you are good enough. Just know that you are a miracle, that you are powerful, and that you can literally do anything you put your mind to. The thing about self-worth is, it has nothing to do with anything outside of you. The events that happen outside of you do not dictate who you are. They do not dictate your value. Your value was already there before you even came here. You were somebody before you even came here. You don't remember your power, you don't remember everything, and you deliberately chose not to remember who you were when you came here, because you came here to learn some lessons. So the things that you're going through right now, they're there to teach you those lessons. So when the things happen, go ahead, cry if you have to, express how you feel. Take some time for yourself to really rediscover who you are, to ask yourself, what did you learn from this situation? What are you learning from how you're feeling now? What are you learning from how you're reacting to the situation? Ask yourself, why am I letting this situation determine my self-worth? Do I not know who I am? Do I not know who I am without that relationship, without the job? Am I gonna let this job, this status, am I going to let this label define who I am? Am I going to let this label, add value to my life instead of already being valuable, instead of seeing how valuable or invaluable that I am, like how priceless that I am? It helps to really have a good relationship with oneself. It helps to be able to be alone but still be happy, because many of us have a hard time just being alone. Many of us have a hard time just spending some time with ourselves. When we're alone, we feel so lonely, and it shouldn't be that way. Alone time is the best time. Nikola Tesla says, like, when you want to really invent something, you need to be alone. So you need to be able to spend some time with alone. You'll get some of the best thoughts, some of the best, insights. The best organic downloads will come when you're alone, especially if you're alone out in nature and just being with yourself, and just because you're never really truly alone in this universe. You're always connected. So, but being alone is an amazing thing. Just being alone and meditating, being alone and just trying to figure out who you are, figuring out your life. Being alone, like on a mountain in the middle of a forest, lost. Those are some of the best times. You get to recharge, you get to regather yourself, because when we spend a lot of time around a lot of people, when we spend a lot of time in a relationship, and many of us get dependent on that relationship. So if you're really down about something like a relationship that you lost, how dependent were you on that relationship? How dependent were you on that other person to make you feel whole? I believe that it's good to be whole before you enter into a relationship, because if not, then now you have two halves that are not whole, and that does not create a whole. That just creates even more. There's just more work to have to be done, especially if both sides are looking for the other to fill them up. We have to fill ourselves up. We have to fill our glass up, so that way we can be able to help others. If we don't fill our glass, then we become, we start to drain the energy of those around us. So definitely be alone. There's nothing wrong with being alone. It's fine. Like, I'm single now, and I'm single on purpose. I just want to, right now I'm really focused on myself. I'm focused on my growth, and I love my alone time. I can just sit there, be alone, and do nothing and be happy. But before I got to this point, how can that be alone? As soon as I got out of a relationship, I would try to jump back into one. If I couldn't jump back into one, I would I would start having meaningless sex. I would be on my phone texting so many people, my phone would be blowing up, and I'd be happy because I was getting attention. Now my phone most of the time is dry, nothing's going on, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's so relieving to just have more time to myself, more time to my thoughts, more time to really know who I am. Because like I said, when we spend so much time with other people, when we talk to a lot of people a lot, too often, we stop hearing our own voice and we start hearing their voices, and then we start getting defined by other people rather than defining ourselves. We start getting put in a box by other people rather than defining ourselves. We start going out of ourselves to see who we are, and we start depending on others to see who we are, and we start depending on our relationships and external events, statuses, and we start depending on those things to define us. But we have to define us. Who we are is our choice, and we have to remember that. So just because you got fired, you lost a job or whatever, it's okay. It happens. It's happening all around the world. But don't let that define you. Don't let that keep you down for too long. You're bigger than that. You're bigger than any job. You're bigger than any issue that could ever happen to you. And another thing is, when one door closes, another door opens. So if you're coming out of a relationship or a job or something like that, just know that there's something better along the way. There's always a rainbow after the storm. But if you stay down too much, you might miss an opportunity. You might miss an opportunity for something better. Whenever something is taken away from you, it's just making room for something better, and just have faith that something better will come, and be ready to receive something better. But if you stay down too long and you start being pessimistic and you start questioning your value and you start saying, okay, maybe I didn't deserve that job, I wasn't good enough for that job, I'm not good enough for any job, nothing will come because you're not ready to receive it. It's not about seeing it and believing it, it's about believing it and then seeing it. So if you believe that something better will come, something better will come. If you don't believe it, even if that something better comes, you're going to miss it because you won't be at the same frequency. So everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences in this world. And if we're truly aware, we can see the situations, we can see these things happening before they happen. If we're really aware and paying attention, there are always signs. There are always signs all around us to kind of show us where we are in life. So if your self-worth has gone down because of a job or something like that, it's okay, but you can raise it back up. You define who you are. You define your self-worth. Nobody else does. And if you allow anybody else to do so, if you allow anything outside of you to determine your value, then you become a slave. And we are here to express ourselves. We are here to be free. And freedom means that we do not let other people define who we are. I get all the time, many people close to me will tell me to cut my hair, to cut my beard. And if my self-worth was still where it was before, I would have listened to them. But now I know who I am, and I've decided to grow out my hair. And I love the way I look, even if they don't. But again, I do get, lots of you guys over there always give me compliments, so that helps as well, I'm just being me. I'm expressing myself and not allowing, society's norms to define me. For instance, too, nowadays, in society, if you're not married at a certain age, you're looked down upon. Some people feel bad because they're like in their 30s and they're not married. But it's okay. It's okay. Why are you letting labels define you? What is marriage anyway? Most of the marriages out there, most people are unhappy anyway, so who cares? You might be single and you'll probably be happier than people that are in a marriage. People that got into that marriage because they were like, oh, I'm getting too old, I need to go get married. I'm feeling the pressure to go get married. And then they go get married and they're unhappy because they weren't patient enough to wait for the right person. They felt pressured because of their age. They felt pressured of the age, so they had a baby. We do things because of societal pressures, but forget that. Listen to yourself, listen to your own intuition. Know yourself, love yourself 100%, accept yourself 100%, so that way you can make the decisions that are best for you and you don't end up in a place where you don't want to be. So that's my video on self-worth, guys. Self-love is important. Self-love is crucial. Self-love is crucial to happiness. Before happiness can happen, we do have to accept who we are. Accept who we are, then we will know more about ourselves. Then we will know what makes us happy. And once we know what makes us happy, we can go after that and we can start being happy. You know, we can start being happy right now. Right now we can start being happy. And happiness is the first step before anything else. But you have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself for who you are and all that you are. If you like this video, hit the like button and hit me up in the comment section. And subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you haven't already. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.